In this review, you'll learn everything you need to know as to whether this is a good purchase for you, whether you're a beginner or a more advanced DJ. If you enjoy this, please do like, follow, share as always. Right, let's get stuck into it. Now, as you can probably tell, I'm not in the studio. I'm in a hotel room at 5 in the morning in Miami. Classic DJ jet lag stuff. I can't sleep. And it's a great device for that use case, if nothing else. But as you're going to find out, it's useful for more than DJs who can't sleep in hotel rooms as well. It's the reason I'm here, by the way, is that I'm at a In Music launch event. Here's the flyer for it. It's quite a cool little flyer, isn't it? Denon and Rain products are being showcased to the music press, and I'm here to cover that. As I say, can't sleep. This was on the bed when I arrived. Numark is part of that family of brands as well, and they've given me one. So that's why we're recording this now. So thank you for that, In Music. All right then, so that's the backstory of this. So what we have here is a small DJ controller, portable or pocket controller with a built-in audio interface for Serato. Comes with Serato DJ Lite, perfectly capable software, also works with Serato DJ Pro. It's an improvement on the original DJ2GO, which was an improvement on the original DJ2GO itself. The DJ2GO came first, then the DJ2GO2, and then this one, the Touch, which has got touch-sensitive jog wheels, which is a big difference. So how does it work? Well, you have to plug it in to start with to some speakers. This cable here is provided and that heads off to your local speaker so that you've got sound in the room. Then the other end has got a socket for your headphones, which plug in here. And I'm just using my noise cancelling headphones from the plane there, but you can plug any headphones in that have got an 8-inch adapter. And then the third socket on the unit goes off to your laptop. Now, the USB here is a bit old-fashioned, the other end is a bit old-fashioned as well, so if you've got a modern laptop you'll need an adapter there, but it all works, you just need to have that right adapter. I'm sure if you have a modern laptop you already have at least a handful of those knocking around to plug everything else into your computer, right? This end comes with an RCA cable like this. So if you've got a Bluetooth speaker with the standard kind of mini jack in, you're going to need to have a separate cable to plug that in. But once we've got that all plugged in and going, we've got audio in the room, we've got our headphones and we've got our computer working, it all powers up and we're ready to go. So let's take a look at what this has on it. Obviously it's a tiny controller, so it's not going to have everything on it, but it has got most of what you need. So you browse your tracks here, you click on the track to load it to the deck that you want. That's now loaded into deck number 1. The controls down here control the deck, so I can start and stop the track playing with the play and pause control here. I've got a cue button which will take me back to the cue point on the track, or set a cue point on the track. I've just set the cue point there now. So it jumps back to that point there for me. You have a jog wheel, which is where half the fun is on this new version because it's a better jog wheel than the previous ones. So this jog wheel on the edge nudges the track to slow it down, but on the top, it scratches it, which has never been on this controller before when you're playing music. So you've now got that control, which most controllers have on, that this never had, which is awesome. You have a speed control, which just speeds and slows the track up and down, and you have these pads which are quite nice as well. The pads give you control over cues, which I'll show you now. Let's slow that down a bit more. So this is our pad selector. So now I've got a cue point there at the beginning of the track. We've got another one set here. And so you've got those for creatively jumping around in the tracks. Moving on to the next section, we've got looping. So this is allowing you to loop a section of the track along with the beat very easily. See, I've got a 1-beat loop playing away there. I can release that. 2-beat loop. So we've got that looping section is there. We've got a manual looping section, which will let you set a loop and then alter how long it is. Classic effect there, right? We've got a sampler as well. The sampler is quite nice, so you can load into the sample slots on the software a few little samples and trigger them over the top of the music. Couple of classic samples loaded up there, so you can use those for your idents and dropping stuff in over the top of the music as well. So these buttons here are for selecting what goes on through your headphones, so you know what you're listening to. I've shown you the library already. You can browse through your tracks here and load new tracks, deciding on which deck they're going to go on. There's a track loaded on deck number 2 there now, so deck number 2 is now playing away here. Crossfader to move between the tracks in your mix, and then you've got a volume control here for each of the decks. That's all you have, the volume control. You don't have the tone controls, bass, mid, treble and things like that, which is fair enough. Really, on a tiny little device like this, you wouldn't expect that. And finally, you've got level controls. Your main output level is here, and your headphone level is here as well, which decides what's going to be coming out here for your cueing. And that's it features wise for this controller. It might look a little limited, but I know a lot of DJs who prepare mixes on planes on this that then get broadcast on the radio. Trust me, it's really, really useful for the DJ on the go. It's also a lot of fun because it just brings what DJing feels like to a unit that you can tuck underneath your laptop here and have just sat there anywhere, including in a hotel room at 5 in the morning. The crucial thing here is they've added the touch sensitive jog wheels. I mean, that's the big thing that this didn't have, and that other devices such as the Hercules Starlight, which was a controller that came out reasonably recently in this form factor, do have. So it's now caught up with controllers like that and is now back to being one of the state-of-the-art tiny little DJ controllers. Great for beginners, great if you want to buy something for your kids to get started because it's got music built in. So as long as you're prepared to pay for, say, a Tidal subscription, you don't need to have any local music at all. You don't need to buy any music, but also great for DJs wanting a second controller, a backup controller, or a portable controller, including for hotel rooms when you are at press launch events at 5 in the morning and you can't sleep. So there you go. That's the DJ2GO2 Touch from Numark. $79, a little bit of a steal, a bit of a no-brainer if you're a Serato user and you don't have a portable or backup controller. If you've enjoyed this, again, please do like, follow, share. Let me know what you think underneath. There's a full written review over on digitaldjtips.com. Meanwhile, get good, get out there and make the moments.